During the 2020 lockdowns, Kelly and I made this podcast to talk about the movies that we love while bored at home. We tried so many different ways to record and edit, but found it difficult and we experienced some bad sound quality until we found Zencastr. It's now super easy to record a podcast with Zencastr. Log in using your browser and start recording a high quality podcast right away. Record studio quality sound and up to 4K video with your guests. Feel a sense of zen, knowing Zencastr's multi-layered backups ensure you always have your recordings in the highest quality, even if the connection is unstable. If you have thought about podcasting before and realized that you need a lot of different tools and services, those days are over. With Zencastr's all-in-one podcasting platform, you can create your podcast all in one place and distribute to Spotify, Apple, and other major destinations. So go to zencastr.com/pricing and use our code SYTYI, and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. We want you to have the same easy experiences we do for all of our podcasting and content needs. It's time to share your story.
Hey guys, you've heard us talk about how we want to live our lives in balance with our hectic work lives to getting a workout in and treating our bodies better. I've been changing my routine up at the gym and getting myself to eat better. And one thing I'm adding is liquid IV. In one stick, I'm getting 5 essential vitamins and 2 times faster hydration than if I drank water alone. It's great for those tough workouts where I need an extra boost or when I'm feeling a little run down after a long day at work. I love how on the go this packaging is. I throw a few in my gym or my work bag and it takes up zero space. And the taste is amazing. Since it's summertime, I'm reaching more for strawberry lemonade. And with other great summer flavors like watermelon and guava, there's something for everyone. And it's not just the flavor that will have you grabbing for more. Like I said, Liquid IV contains 5 essential vitamins like B3, B5, B6, and B12, and vitamin C. And it's made with premium ingredients. So, if you want to up your hydration game this summer, get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use our code SYTYI at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using our code SYTYI at liquidiv.com.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to So You Think You're Iconic, the movie podcast where I'm exhausted. So there might be a lot of
Same.
yawning. There might be a lot of let me go get some water.
Yeah.
There might be a lot of that. And honestly,
There's gonna be a little bit of where am I again? What? I lost my
yeah,
spot.
I lost my spot. Just be okay with that.
Yeah,
'Cause-
this is a reminder that we are people too.
yeah, that's
So
just
yeah.
that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
Also, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hello 2024.
When we're recording this, it's New Year's Eve.
Yes, it is.
And you might be like, why are you recording on New Year's Eve? First off, no one does anything until like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Yeah. Your New Year's Eve day is a normal day.
It's a normal day.
The minute the sun starts going down, that's when things start picking up.
That's when things change.
Yeah.
If they aren't in New York City recording stuff yet, we're fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
We're
All
fine.
right. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. We are still up seriously early.
Yes.
Which like
I know. And I went to bed late, so
yeah, I went to bed very late.
yeah.
First off, I spent the entire day watching a miniseries. The entire day.
Jordan dedicates his life to his craft.
First off, it should not be classified a miniseries if it takes like 9 hours to watch.
Yeah, miniseries is something you can watch in like 2 hours. That's a miniseries.
A miniseries should be 5 episodes max.
Yeah, 5 episodes, like 30 minutes each. Like that's a miniseries.
which also for that miniseries, they could have cut a couple episodes. I'm not gonna lie. Gonna lie. That's why I didn't give it a 5-star. I gave it a 4 because I was like, this was kind of drawn out. Y'all could have cut this a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, this misadvertisement.
Mm-hmm. This was almost a full season of TV, and I know that's blasphemy for most people who are used to like 22 episode seasons, but like these were hour-long episodes.
Yeah. I mean,
But
we call a lot of the series that Disney puts out like seasons, and those are
mhm.
like 6 episodes of like an hour long.
Those could be longer, if I'm
It could
being
be longer,
honest. Those could be
but
longer,
you know, we
but no.
we take what we get.
Yeah, we take what we get. But yeah, I was watching what's it called, Love and Death.
Mm-hmm.
Great action, acting performance from Miss Elizabeth Olsen. Run
Love
her
to
her
see it.
awards. Mark my
Yes,
words, she will receive an Oscar one day. We
she
just need to
will.
get we just need to get her in better movies. That's all that needs to happen.
So when are you picking her up as a manager?
Okay. We're in a trial period right now. I have other
Okay.
people who are way ahead of her that deserve one
Okay.
first, but I will come back to her.
Okay, she's in the wings.
She's in the wings.
Okay.
She she's she's on my who to watch list.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right, that's fair.
But if she doesn't start getting more jobs soon, I might have to step in.
Mm.
I because like she ain't been in anything in a minute. I might have to step in.
You're gonna have to start sending her manager some suggestions, just
Yeah.
so get the ball rolling.
And then if it gets really bad, I might have to take over. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. There's no reason why what's her name? Who's that girl who plays Elena? Who's the
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
what's
I
her
don't
name?
remember her
There's
name
no
though.
reason why she just stepped onto the scene of Marvel and is already the most well off outside of Marvel. That makes no sense to me.
I don't know. I don't know.
Granted, she is one of the few Marvel people who can actually act, but that's neither here nor there.
We're not
Which
gonna comment about it.
I will be talking about that more throughout this episode. Um but yeah, so how was your week, Kelly?
Um, it was a lot. I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie. So since last episode, I got food poisoning.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um,
What you do? You eat at a potluck?
I did.
I told you not to eat at a
I
potluck.
I did.
I told
See,
you.
here's the thing.
Prepackaged food only.
So I ate my own food that I brought because I knew where that was coming from.
Uh-huh.
And the only reason why I took what I took was because they made it in front of me. I saw them make it. What I did not know was that it was the first time they had ever made it in their life. And I didn't know that until I was done eating, and I'm just sitting there like,
Kelly, I told you
huh.
still. It does not matter. Pre-packaged foods only or catered foods.
The only time that I did not do that I did not follow the line.
And I bet you an ass. That's what you get.
Yeah, so
That's what you get.
I'm still dealing with that, and it's a week later.
No, they really fucked up. I don't know.
Like,
What was it?
so it was pancakes.
How do you mess up pancakes that bad?
That's what I'm wondering. That's what I want to know.
Did that person not wash their hands? Are they did they have nasty hands?
I don't know. I
They probably have
genuinely don't know.
they probably have nasty hands. Do they have children?
They do have children.
E. coli. Oh. E. coli. You got E. coli, Kelly. Go to the hospital right now.
I'm so serious right now when I tell you that I have not eaten like three, well, not even three, like 2 full meals a day. Like I can't even do that.
Mm.
I have to like snack on like things with like like a rice cake or bread or like a little bit of fruit that I know won't upset my stomach, because some things I look at now and I'm just like my stomach's immediately like, "Urgh." I'm like,
Oh
get away
no.
from me. Like the I have never drank so much, like I'm sipping it throughout the couple days. Ginger ale and Sprite. because I'm just nauseous
The
all the
black
time.
the black medicine of the gods. Yep.
Oh yeah, because we do Sprite in a Filipino household, but like I was getting tired of
Um,
Sprite, so then I went ginger ale.
Sprite's a little too sugary for the black
Yeah.
for the black diaspora. But whatever works for y'all.
Well, we Filipinos love our sugar, so like I get it. But like I had to go to something else after a while because I'm just like I'm sipping on this like every other day. So
And
like
which ginger ale are you doing?
oh shoot.
What is your ginger ale choice?
Uh
There is a right choice, and you might not be making it. What is it?
okay, so I was doing Canada Dry.
Okay, okay, okay,
That's
okay,
the only one that I like. Any of the other ones, they just taste off.
okay.
I don't know what
The
it is, but
By the way,
Canada Dry.
if you want the correct ranking, it's Canada Dry, Schweppes, and then what's that other one? Whatever.
I only know
The one that they serve on United Airlines. Disgusting.
okay, because
So
I only know Canada Dry and Schweppes.
okay. There's another
Sch-
one. I can't remember the
Schweppes
name of it.
Schweppes gives me like off-brand.
It is off-brand. It's very
Okay.
off-brand Canada Dry. Canada Dry is the
Okay.
one that hits.
Yeah, Canada Dry hits. That's the
Schweppes
only
is if
ginger ale.
you're Schweppes is if you're in a
In the
pinch,
trenches. You're in the
and
trenches if you're
then
drinking Schweppes.
that other one that also starts with an S that I can't remember the name of right now.
I'm gonna have to look
Gutter.
that up.
Gutter.
Gotcha.
Worst worst choice.
I have to find out. Now I need to know. Okay.
Okay.
Ginger ale
Anything
brands.
good happen?
Well, I did a lot of baking.
Okay.
So I
Like
made I made zucchini bread, I made vegan sugar cookies.
gross.
They tasted good. The only thing like that was different is because it uses vegan butter. That's
Okay.
literally it. Um, but yeah, I love baking during the Christmas season. Like I know it's not really the Christmas season anymore, but like I love baking.
It's still Christmas season until the day after New Year's.
I know, but some people like immediately after Christmas they're like it's not Christmas season anymore. And I'm like, y'all are just
Uh-huh.
Scrooges.
That weirds me out. Like when I see people take down their Christmas decorations the day after Christmas, I'm like, slow down.
My mom said that she saw somebody like right after they opened their gifts on Christmas, they start taking Christmas down. I'm like, "Excuse me?"
Whoa. Not even gonna let the Dave pass?
Mm-mm. I'm like, "Excuse me?"
That's actually insane.
No, seriously, like y'all are killing the magic. We literally leave ours up for like the first 2 weeks, like 2 weeks after Christmas. So we have it the week after, and then the week after, the first week of January.
That's a little long. But yeah,
I mean, it is
like
what it is, but like we leave it up for
like
a
not
little longer.
not to spoil, but like I'm going to I say a party. I'm going to like a little like family get together
Mm.
tonight with some people who unfortunately may be high functioning alcoholics. So let's see how my night goes. Um and I feel like on New Year's Day I might take down my stuff because I have to work the next day.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah.
have to work the next day too.
So yeah.
Okay, not to turn this into a whole like ginger ale debate, but like I looked up the different ginger ale brands and
Uh-huh.
someone ranked them worst to best. Tell me why Canada Dry is at 9.
9.
9 out of 12.
No.
And Schweppes is at 8. I don't
No.
I don't trust whoever made this list.
No. Mm-mm. They're not black. It doesn't matter.
Like how it literally says that Canada Dry really did not bring the flavor for us. Like, girl.
Their opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah. But anyway.
Anyway,
Anyway.
but okay, at least you did something cool, something fun, something festive.
Yeah.
Um What did you get for you get anything good for Christmas?
Yes, I got a new record player and a record player stand. Like that doesn't sound super exciting to some people, but
I mean, a record player is cool.
I love me my like the it's kind of funny when I saw the box for the record stand, I thought my mom had bought me a bar cart. And,
Fine.
and I'm all looking at the outside of the package. I'm all like, because it just has the picture and it doesn't like say what it is. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, she bought me a bar cart? And then
So
she's
much
all like,
fun.
no. She's like, no, it's a record cart. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, girl, this did not look like what I thought it was. So yeah, I put it all
But
together already. It looks great. I love it.
you can use it for different things.
I mean, there is a
It's
little empty spot.
multifunctional.
There is a little empty spot that I technically could put some stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
just thought it was really funny.
Put a nice whiskey under there.
Right,
Yeah.
get one of those really fancy like weird shaped glass holders for something. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about? Like the really
Put
fancy
on a
people have them.
put on a good record, make a drink. Exactly.
Right. Or I could be like my other relatives in the Philippines and just have vodka in a water dispenser.
Um, gross. Uh, uh,
Hey, you know what? They get it done. That's all I gotta say.
mm, mm.
But yeah, that was me.
Okay, cool. For me, Christmas was kind of a bust this year. I got some good gift cards though.
I mean, gift cards kind of eat though.
Two different people gave me Costco gift cards. I also got not Costco. I'm so sorry. Target
Oh,
gave me Target gift cards. I don't
I
know
was,
where
I was
Costco came from.
I was literally about to say, I'm like, I'm not mad at a Costco gift card if I'm being honest.
No, I got Target gift cards, which much more useful for me.
Much more
Um,
useful, yeah.
and then I also got a Cinemark gift card, which
Okay.
yay, I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket at all times in case I have a
Oh
Cinemark
yeah,
emergency.
yeah, of
Because
course.
although I am an A-list member, there aren't that many of them out here,
Really?
and if
Wait, are you serious?
there's not that many A-list or AMC's out
Oh,
here,
oh, because I used to live next to an AMC, so like I just
really.
assumed. Yeah.
I kind of didn't even know what AMC was until maybe a couple years ago.
Are you serious?
I didn't think we had them out here because the Bay Area is heavy on Cinemark. There are Cinemarks everywhere.
Well, yeah, I grew up next to an AMC.
My in the town I grew up in, there are three Cinemarks within a 15-mile radius.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I think the only Cinemark that like I was aware of was the one in where we went to school. That's the only.
even there are three Cinemarks yet again within a 15-mile radius of where we went to school. Maybe 20.
Wasn't the one in? I swear there was an AMC in like the city over.
That's a
Am I
Cinemark.
the one next to Cheesecake?
Is a Cinemark.
I thought that was an AMC. My
It's a
bad.
Cinemark runs the Bay Area. Their Cinemarks are everywhere.
Because
So what I
I'm not even lying to you. Where I grew up, we had in the next town over. There was like the small city one that only had two theaters, and then there was the AMC. So all I knew was the AMC.
no, I grew up a Cinemark girly. We went to Cinemarks.
Wow. Okay.
Cinemarks are literally everywhere.
I love how I lived out in what you call like the boondocks, the farmlands,
Hmm.
and I had an AMC.
Yeah, that's weird. But if you go to other places, I think AMC is the most prominent.
Maybe.
When I lived in Texas, I feel like there were more AMCs than anything
We don't
else.
I don't have an AMC by me anymore. I don't think that's an AMC.
Yeah, you have that weird chain
Yeah.
that I've never heard of before.
Me neither.
And that website was ghetto, Kelly.
It's very ghetto.
It's
It's very
very ghetto.
ghetto. When I
But
bought tickets off the site, like the first time I did it, I was like, is this like a scam site? Am I
I
about
was
to get
like,
my credit card information taken?
yeah, I was looking, I was like, ew, ew.
Like, what is this?
But yeah,
Hilarious.
at heart, I am still a Cinemark person. I still
Okay.
prefer Cinemark. I feel like AMC is bougie for no reason.
Yeah.
Like they charge you so much more money, and it's like this is barely better.
Girl, mine opened up a bar inside the AMC like how
Oh
long?
my
Like
my
5 years ago. And I was like, we got a bar?
the
Like, I don't
AMC quote unquote closest to my house. It's like 20 minutes away. Um, has a bar.
Bro,
I've
I was so
gone
shocked.
I've gone like twice, and each time
But
I was like, this is not very good, so I don't go anymore.
but you know what? People like when I did do like a few like the night viewings at the AMC, that bar was low key popping. I was like, gosh dang.
I think the only time I saw the bar like full was when they had like someone training
Mm.
before like a James Cameron movie, which like why the fuck
Oh.
would you do that? Like there was literally like a sign on the thing that was like I'm in training
Uh-huh.
or whatever, and she had to like keep going back and forth looking at the recipes to make the drinks, and
Oh
so there
yeah.
were all these old people ready to go see a James Cameron movie from the 80s that were going back and that were just like waiting in line while she was going back and forth looking at recipes on how to make stuff.
I'd be so stressed as a bartender, like trying to learn how to do that.
Oh, I could never bartend. I'm so
I'd be
sorry.
so stressed.
My
I feel like
anxiety will kill me.
that's worse than being a barista, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, happy with my cards. I also got one of my cousins also got me a shirt that is comically large. Don't know why she bought me such a large shirt. Like literally when I opened it and I saw the tag, I texted my sister who was sitting like across from me and I was like, "Why did she buy me an extra large?"
You're
Like
like,
a
is that what she
large
sees of me?
like a large would have been kind of big, but an extra large?
Damn.
I was like, I'm not even close to the largest person in our family. Not even close. I'm actually one of the smaller people.
Oh my gosh. She's
But
like, hmm.
but yeah, my mom got something from her too. She was like, "Yeah, I think she just got everyone stuff that was too big because mine is
Uh,
also too big." And I was like,
okay.
"Okay,
You're
okay,
like, it better be.
it better be." But yeah, that was fun. I went to a holiday party on Christmas Eve that my cousin
Hmm.
was throwing. It was literally just me, my cousins, and her boyfriend, and
I mean, sometimes that's not bad.
they tried to kill me, Kelly. They tried to kill me. They just they're just like, "So we drinking?" And I was like, "Sure."
Wait, so
But,
who
like,
who was it? Who was it that made you drink? Is it who I think it
all
is?
of all of them.
Oh, okay.
And so I drove there and I was like, "Tomorrow's Christmas. I'm not spending the night here. Like, I'm going
Yeah.
home."
Yeah.
Like, I didn't bring any clothes. It's Christmas. Like,
Right.
I'm not staying here.
I'm
And
not
so
saying.
and so they got the cousin that was bringing the drinks brought the drinks. They were like, "What do you want?" I was like, "I guess tequila." And so, like, they gave me, like, these bar cup shot glasses, and they were, like, filling it up to the top, and I was like, "That's, like, 3 shots." I was like, "That's not actual
It's like
shot."
it's like that guy that just kept pouring when we
Yeah.
went on Halloween.
And so I had that, and then we ate, and then I also had a Crown whiskey lemonade. Wasn't bad.
Hmm.
Wasn't bad. And then we started playing, games. We played Uno, and they played, like, the Uno that has, like, the cards that you can, like, write stuff on.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, some of them were like, "Do this or take 2 shots." One of them was Eskimo kiss the person to your right or take 2 shots. And I wasn't gonna Eskimo kiss my cousin's boyfriend, and so I took 2 shots, and then I got another card that was like, "Switch hands with the person in front of you and then take 2 shots," and I was like, "Y'all, I gotta drive."
They were like, "We're here to drink, Jordan." Like, I thought I told you that.
It's like I need to get home and like I need to be on my A game driving on Christmas Eve home because like
Seriously.
other people are also drinking and don't care the fact that they're
Right.
drinking. And
Right.
so around like 9 o'clock, I made the conscious decision that I was done. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not drinking anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't end up leaving until like 11 something. And when I was leaving, they were like, "You sure you want to go?" And I was like, "Yes." I've been
Yeah.
here since 4 o'clock, and tomorrow's Christmas. Like, yeah, I want to go home. And so
You're like,
yeah,
"'Cause the longer I stay here, the longer y'all are gonna be like, 'Drink something.'"
yeah. One of my cousins passed out. She quite literally passed out.
Oh, girl.
Like, it was insane. Okay, and then one more thing because we're almost at like 25 minutes.
Okay.
Last night, I since I had watched that miniseries that I was checking off my watch list on Letterboxd, I was like,
Mm.
let me watch one more thing. Check off my watch list. I'm on a roll here. And so
Yes,
I
you are.
watched To Die For starring Nicole Kidman. It was a fun movie, but it had like great one-liners, but I hate sloppy crimes. I I hate it in a movie when people are committing crimes and they do it so terribly, so sloppily, so sloppily. First off, if you're going to ask someone to kill your husband, maybe don't involve so many people
Oh, yeah.
who are teenagers. Like don't involve
Teenagers?
yeah, so
No,
bad. Don't involve so many people.
don't.
Secondly, if anyone ever comes up to you who like was a part of the crime and they start talking about the crime, shut up.
Shut up.
Shut
Don't say
up.
nothing.
Don't
Yeah.
say anything. Just be like, "What are you talking about?"
Right.
Because if I commit a crime with Kelly, we will quite literally never talk about it.
We won't.
We
Yeah.
we have an understanding on that. We
Yeah.
would never speak on that
What
crime.
crime?
There's no crime. Nothing was ever committed.
Nothing.
Because like if you get to the point where the cops are asking you to wear a wire to like get the
Nah.
person, they have nothing.
Yeah.
They have nothing. They're
They're
grasping for
literally
straws.
they're literally making you do their work.
Yeah,
They're expecting someone to turn.
to
And if you're
flip on
agreeing,
someone.
you've already turned, so
Right, you've already given them a little bit of the information that they need if you, like, sit
yep.
there and be like, "Yeah, I'll help you."
Yeah. You're the
Just shut
weakest
your
link,
mouth.
babe.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Also, don't talk to the cops, ever,
Right.
ever,
Right. You're
uh,
not
un
obligated.
unless they have hard proof on you and your lawyer gives you a deal. Don't ever talk to the cops.
Mhm. Yep, don't show
Just
them anything, don't provide anything
mm-mm.
unless they have a warrant and you have it in your hand.
Yeah,
Do not do anything and do not say anything unless your lawyer is there. Y'all are dumb,
mm,
okay?
yeah.
Y'all
Don't
forget immediately when y'all get in trouble.
see, and then that just goes right back to having teenagers help you commit a crime. Just don't do
That's
that.
also just dumb. Don't.
Dumb. Don't ever do that.
Don't.
But yeah, it was still a fun movie, but now I really want to watch Gone Girl because I want to see someone do it right.
I haven't
I
seen
want
Gone
to.
Girl in a long time.
I've still never seen Gone Girl, but
Really?
I yeah,
I've seen most of it. I haven't finished it all. I've seen most of it though.
but yeah, I just know my girl was doing it right, and that's all that
Oh,
matters.
yeah. 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 Oh, dude,
Another
her you would appreciate her level of planning, if I'm being honest.
another movie that had good planning in it but was executed poorly. Have you seen the movie Side Effects?
I have not.
We should watch that.
Okay.
Great, great execution, kind of. Um, but then they let things get muddled, and it just
Mm,
uh,
mm.
kind of tapered off at the end. But at first, I was very into the crime.
Okay.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
We've been talking for almost 30 minutes.
I
Let's
know.
let's get into this movie.
Sorry.
Let's get into this movie. So this week we will be discussing Captain America: The First Avenger.
Ah.
Yay! Jump scare when I watched this movie and the Paramount logo came up. I was like, "What do you mean?"
No, seriously.
I was like, Paramount,
I feel like I feel like it was one of those like Mandela effect things where I'm like, did I see that? Did
right?
I
I was
always know
like,
that was there and I just blocked it
didn't
out
care.
or
Yeah,
right. Like I don't remember seeing that at all.
I don't
At
either,
all.
ever. And I was like, didn't this movie come out like right before the Avengers movie? How in the world was this
Right?
Paramount? But it was.
Mm,
I even have a movie fact on it. But like,
okay.
yeah,
Alright.
that's literally my first bullet point. It says, "Wait, the first Captain America movie is a Paramount movie." If I were Disney, I would like scrape that
No,
from the universe.
seriously.
I pay Paramount a little bit extra to like remove their
To
logo from the beginning of the movie.
forever,
Yeah,
right, yes.
I mean, unfortunately, I have the DVD, so it's gonna be there forever. But
I'm
all
sure
the
well,
all the digital
yeah.
copies, y'all can wipe that.
Yeah, you can.
There doesn't need to be a studio logo on
No,
front.
no.
It's Marvel. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's actually start the movie. So our movie starts with a group of men finding a plane with the Captain America shield encased in ice in the Arctic. We then go to March 1942, Norway, and a Nazi general named Johann Schmidt and his men steal an ancient relic called the Tesseract, which we don't know that yet. I don't think they ever
Yeah.
say that in this movie,
No, it's when you watch,
The Avengers,
The
but
Avengers.
it's the Tesseract.
It
So
is.
sorry. They
We're just
literally
gonna
don't call
spoil
it.
that for you right now.
Yeah, they don't call it anything, and we already know what it's called. So
Yeah,
sorry.
so we're just gonna use its given name.
Yeah, it's the Tesseract. It's actually something else also, but
Yeah, but we're not gonna
we
get into that.
we're not gonna get into
These were
Marvel
simpler
lore.
times.
These were simpler times. Um, yeah, and so they steal it from like either a church or a monastery. I don't know what that thing was.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they like seemingly kill all the people in the town for like no reason.
I know, it's like they committed the crime and then they just decided to commit more crime. Like,
Yeah, he was
technically
like,
no one knew what you did, so
he was like, while we're here, let's
yeah,
just
he's all like, "These are witnesses, we gotta kill them," and I'm like, Witnesses to what?
what is this? What
What
they
are you
didn't see
talking
what
about?"
happened in this church. They just saw these tanks roll up.
Right.
But whatever. We then cut to New York during like the same time period, and a
Mhm.
scrawny Steve Rogers is trying to join the army but is ineligible.
What a
Mm,
jump scare
oh
for
yeah,
for tiny body Steve.
yeah, horrifying actually. That giant head on that tiny but horrifying. And so he goes to the movies after, and when he tells a man to be quiet in the theater, that man beats him up in the alley until Steve's friend Bucky comes and punches the guy out.
I wish we could do that today. Y'all
Fight
be wildin'
people?
in movie theaters.
Oh yeah, I wish we could fight people. I'm still scarred from my Five Nights at Freddy's experience. That was horrible.
Yeah.
I thought it couldn't get worse than my experience going to Megan. It did. Nah, it did.
I should have told you to watch it at home on Peacock because that's what we did. I should
I
have told you.
I don't think I had Peacock at that point, so I would have just been watching it on my laptop.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Bucky tells Steve that he's gotten his assignment
Mhm.
and he'll be going to England. And so they go out to the World's Fair and meet up with two girls. The girl with Steve is not feeling him at all and is
At
being
all.
unjustly rude to him.
Yeah, like, girl, you really didn't have to do that.
Right? I get that you don't like him. He gets that you don't like him.
Right.
You don't have to be so rude.
Right, like,
Like
girl,
that
like
stink eye she gave him when he asked her if she wanted some popcorn. I was like, girl, you could have just been like, no, no, thank you.
right, like, honestly, she was the one making it, like, a bad date, if I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
yeah,
Like, it could have been one of those, "It was a good date, but I wasn't feeling him," but she went,
yeah.
like, the full opposite. She was like,
She
"Imma
was
ruin
so
this man's life."
yeah. And then they go to an exhibit and watch Howard Stark show a flying car, which doesn't work, which because flying cars are a dumb idea and you should never do them.
Mm,
Because flying cars could fall out of the sky.
yeah,
Mhm. Think
yeah.
about it. Think about it.
Mhm.
As soon as I started thinking about it that way, I was like, I would never buy a flying car.
Never, never.
Yet once I started thinking about, hey, what happens if like whatever is propelling this car breaks? What
Right,
happens if you get into a car accident in the middle of the sky?
right. Because that will
See,
happen.
and it will happen. See, you got to think about these things. And then once you start thinking, you're like, that's a terrible idea. Don't do that.
Right. Because we have things in our car that die, and then our car
Yeah.
stops working, and we have to wrestle that. Imagine doing that at like 50 feet in the air or whatever.
Yeah. On my birthday in like 2019, 2018, 2019, my car stopped.
Hmm.
I literally heard a shoo sound and it stopped. Imagine I'm flying my car, God knows how many feet in the air, and I hear that exact same sound and my car starts falling.
Yeah, no,
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 absolutely not. Don't make flying cars.
no.
Yeah, and so Steve, who's not feeling his day anyway, walks off and he tries to join the army again.
Okay,
Uh,
I don't understand. Like I know the era that was like a man's thing to like join the army, but like it's not that serious.
it's
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 quite
it's
it's quite
Kelly,
serious.
it's what we see today as propaganda. Like we all know now this movie was just propaganda.
I mean, but still, y'all. Ah,
This was just propaganda for the US Army. Like we all know that now. So it doesn't even matter anymore.
hmm.
Steve gets caught
Yes.
like lying on his enlistment papers or whatever.
Yeah.
And when he tries to leave, Dr. Abraham Erskine, is that how you pronounce that man's last name?
Yes.
Look, German's gonna get me every time.
Oh,
It's
I love
going
German though. I
German's
love
gonna get
German.
me every time. He comes in and he asks Steve why he's been trying so hard to get into the army, and Steve says he doesn't like bullies, and so he offers Steve a chance to like enlist. He's like, "Sure,
Yeah, he's
come
all
on."
like, "I've got an offer you can't refuse."
Yeah. We cut to Smith's compound somewhere. God
Yeah,
knows where
somewhere.
that is. I think they tell us at the end of the movie. I don't remember. So sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got to Smith's compound, and he's working with Dr. Armin Zola to try to contain the power of the Tesseract for weapons, and they're somewhat able to.
Yeah.
Like they do it, but it also has like a side effect of like this weird like energy that like takes over the entire room.
Yeah. It's one of those it worked but at what cost kind of deals.
Yeah, yeah. At Steve's basic training, we're introduced to Agent Peggy Carter, who is supervising all of the operations for this division.
I love
Um,
her.
she's a MI6 agent, so
Yes.
so why she's there, I don't know, but she's there. And then we're also introduced to Colonel Chester Phillips, who was like actually in charge of like the training and
Mm.
the Joint Operations Strategic Scientific Reserve,
Yep, the SESSR.
the SSR. Um, Also, can I go on a little rant?
Go ahead.
I hate that the word colonel is spelled like that.
Yes. I want to know the origin
Like,
like
what kicked in the head army soldier was like, let's make a new rank,
colonel.
colonel, and then it's spelled colonel.
That's got to be a European thing. They like to add
It,
unnecessary letters.
it has to be because
It
that's
has to
actually
be.
insane. And the fact that
Because
we still do it to this day.
oh my gosh.
I feel so sorry for anyone who's learning English and then like they enter the
Yeah.
army and of like
Yeah.
it's Colonel whatever, and then they're like reading something, and I'm like, you mean Colonel?
Right.
Like no, it's Colonel. I'm
It's
like,
it's
where's
current.
the R?
Yeah, where it's giving that it's peas, babe.
Yeah,
Peas. Tupper.
peas, Tupper,
Tupper.
Tupper, Tupperware. Wait,
Tupperware.
say it again.
Say it again.
Tupperware.
Slow. No, no,
No,
slow.
like
Slow.
tub wrong.
Wrong. Rent free, bro. Rent free.
uh, but yeah. Anyway, back to the movie. During training, Steve is not doing well, and Phillips does not
No.
want Erskine to pick Steve to be the U.S. super soldier, but he picks him anyway because he's a good person
Yeah.
and would not be corrupted by power.
Which I mean, you don't really know that.
Yeah, you don't know what this thing will do, especially
Right.
seeing like I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but especially seeing how your first version of the serum went. Who knows what will happen?
Right. Like we've all seen those movies of what happens when like the weaker person gets power.
Uh,
Immediately power hungry. Immediately.
yeah, my first thought is was that movie Chronicle? That man went insane, or boy,
Mhm.
he was technically a high school student. He went
Yes.
insane.
Yeah. You could have the
The
purest of
crab,
heart. You could be the purest of heart and still go crazy.
even though I would not say that Nancy was the purest of heart, but
No. No.
but yeah, you get the idea.
Yeah.
And so the day before they're testing the super soldier serum on Steve, Erskine tells Steve about Hydra and Smith and how Smith took the first version of the serum. And since it amplifies the person in every way, it just made him crazier. And the hope with Steve is that it'll just make him not just a good person, but a great person. I'm like,
The way
that's a
that
long shot,
the way that project wasn't shut down.
right? Especially, there was a side effect with Schmidt. We'll talk about it later, but I would have been like, this is a complete and total failure. Nah,
Yeah. Yeah.
we can't be having that happen.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, um, the day of the test, Erskine and Stark are working together, and the super soldier serum works, and Steve gets a hot bod.
Yes, he does.
Unfortunately, there is a Hydra spy in the gallery with these top U.S. military officials,
Right.
and he
Right.
just got in there.
The
He
security
he
was lax.
lax as hell. They just let that man in there.
Yeah, they just said, "Oh, you look like you belong. Just come in. Come
Yeah,
in."
come in, sit down. And then he pretends to be like a senator or something, and I'm like, why would a senator be here?
Right. Like, okay, you should have like the rule of blending in is that you're n noticeable but not too noticeable.
Yeah.
So why would
Why
you
did you
pick a senator?
why would you pick a senator? Why are you introducing yourself? Just like sit in the back with everybody else.
Yeah, just dress like everyone else, scooch in, and if somebody asks you what your name is, give them a very general name and say you're there for the demonstration. Like, I don't.
Yeah, be like, I'm John Williams, officer in
Right,
the US Navy. I'm here for the
right.
demonstration. Duh. Yeah, and so for some reason that man kills Erskine,
Mhm.
don't know why. He just shoots him. Um,
Yeah.
the only person who knows how to make this fucking serum. And he sets off a bomb in the gallery as he steals a vial of the serum.
Mhm.
Okay, let me talk about the serum for a second. Like in terms
Go
of the
ahead.
serum, I understand that they just like injected him, but like what was the reactor thingy for? What was that doing?
I don't know. Was it like a precaution thing?
I have no idea because literally they put him in like this like capsule for lack of a better
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
They like strap on these like things that are supposed to like inject the serum into him. They do
Mhm.
it,
Mhm.
and then they like close the capsule and then start like a reactor of something.
He just needed to
And
cook.
they need to cook him. This is a microwave Steve for a couple minutes.
They're like, we're just basting the chicken. We gotta put it
Yeah.
in the oven.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
They're
like, we're just injecting the butter right underneath the
yeah.
skin.
Yeah, we're putting the butter in. It's all smooth, it's all good, it's all oh, I hate to say this word, it's all moist. Um, we just have to we just have to let it sit in the oven for a bit, and then
Right.
our Thanksgiving dinner will be complete.
Right. And then we'll have our perfect our little perfect turkey. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just so funny to me now.
And
Uh,
so, yeah, Steve then chases the Hydra agent on foot and is able to
because he
catch
can do
him.
that now.
So he can do that now, and he's able to catch him before he goes into a submarine, or he gets into the submarine, and he, like, literally, like, swims up to a submarine. Like, he
Yep.
catches up to a submarine by swimming, a human, and
Yep.
then he, underwater, punches some glass, breaks it, and pulls the man out.
It's so
But the
ridiculous.
so ridiculous. Like, he's breaking the laws of physics at this
Yeah.
point.
Like I get he's a super soldier, but like that just enhances human ability.
Yeah.
It it shouldn't be able to do all of that.
It shouldn't turn him into Aquaman, but, whatever. And so, yeah, Steve, like, pulls him out of the sub, throws him out, but the man takes a cyanide capsule and kills himself. He also
Mm,
drops the vial, so now there's no more serum.
yeah.
Even though if I were Steve, I'd have been like, I don't know, soup, good soup, suck it up, keep it in my mouth. Someone give me a jar. Someone give me a jar.
He's like, "Oh, remember,
Someone give me a Coke bottle.
You just see this big burly man walking up to you,
Yeah,
shirtless, just like capris on, just randomly up to you. I just something to put and spit.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
like,
Get a
sure.
little, get a little Coke bottle. Pours it all out, spits this blue liquid into it. Thanks.
Just walks away.
Yeah. Back at Schmidt's compound, some Nazi officials are coming to like pull the plug on Hydra because like they haven't done anything they said they were gonna do.
Yeah,
Uh, which like that's government for you.
it really
Um,
is.
and so he kills them with some like new Tesseract weapons he made.
Yeah,
I don't know how that solves your problem, but like he did it.
it just makes it worse.
Yeah. Now Hitler's gonna be very upset.
Mhm.
Maybe cut off your funding, cut off the lights.
Right. Just boop.
But yeah, Steve wants to join the fight, but instead of seeing action, a senator has him be the spokesperson for the US Army to sell bonds as Captain America.
I think that's so funny.
It's so funny, and also why?
It's a waste.
It's such a waste. You have a
Like he
man with
literally,
unparalleled strength and speed
yeah, yeah,
doing commercials and glorified car shows.
right. Like that is not the America I know.
No.
They
The
create something
real
big
Am
and bad. They put it out there.
the real America would have put a chip on the back of his, skull and been like, "Go kill these Nazis or we're gonna kill you."
It yeah, it'd be one of those like tagged animals
Yeah,
out in the wild.
he'd be sent out on missions, and then when he came back, he'd be poked and prodded.
Mhm.
Like, a random US senator would not have been able to stop that.
Oh, absolutely not. A real US senator would have been all on board for that.
They're all on board, and that's why everyone in public office ever is going to hell. Yep. Yep, especially if you're the president. I'm so sorry, but, like, if you're a US president, you're a war criminal, and you're going to hell. I don't know what to tell you.
Newsflash.
Newsflash. I also think you're psychotic if you wanna be the president of the United States.
Yeah.
I think there's a level of, like, crazy there that is unmatched.
We should put them in a study.
We should. anyone who's ever like wanted to be like seriously like tried to be the president of the United States, we should study them. There has to be like something there.
If someone's at like a psych major and you want to get your master's and you want to do a paper, can we like give that to you?
Yeah, work on that.
Can we assign that to you?
Also, I'm gonna give you like a little thesis here. Compare their brains to serial killers. I want to see something. I want to see something.
Damn.
I want to see something. Just some food for thought. But let's get back to our story. So, at one show at an army base, Peggy is there, and after they both hear that Bucky's platoon was captured and that Bucky is probably dead, Steve then decides to go save the men himself, and Peggy decides to help him. And
Also, can
so,
I say that his last show, embarrassing.
oh yeah, horrifying.
Embarrassing. I would have walked myself off.
My worst nightmare.
Absolutely.
Being heckled. No,
Nah.
mm-mm,
Mm-mm.
no. I'd rather die.
If I was Captain America, I would have been like, I'm out. I'm out.
I'm
Find
out.
someone else.
I'm, I'm so sorry.
At,
And
at
then
this point, put me in the war.
and
Put
then
me in the war.
apparently they wanted him to do another show that day. I'd have been like, oh no,
Yeah, no, no.
no.
That's a
Send,
wrap. That's a
send
wrap.
me back to the States where I can perform for the kiddos, the people
Right.
who will respect this. I can't do
Right.
this.
Mm-mm.
Um, yeah, and so Stark flies them over wherever this compound is, and Steve
Somewhere.
somewhere, somewhere German,
Yes.
somewhere, somewhere Nazi occupied. I don't know. Um, and Steve jumps after they begin to like shoot at the plane.
Mm.
Did he have? Yes, he did have a.
Yes, he did.
He did because sometimes later in the other movies he jumps and he
He
doesn't.
just jumps. Yeah.
He doesn't have parachute, so had to make sure.
He's he's like I think later on in his life he turns into Hulk where he's all like, "Will this kill me?
Yeah,
Let's try it.
let's just try it.
Just try it."
Because I think in like the next Captain America movie, he's literally just jumping out of
Oh yeah.
helicopters
Oh yeah.
with nothing.
Yeah. He just launches himself.
Yeah, insane. Steve is able to sneak into a Hydra factory and bust the American soldiers out. While they're escaping, Schmidt sets off a self destruct system and takes the Tesseract with him. Steve is able to find Bucky, and they come face to face with Schmidt, who takes off his face to reveal that the first serum made his face horribly disfigured.
Oh yeah.
Also red for some reason.
Yes. If you didn't know I was for Nazism, look at my face.
Look at my face. Looks at my face. Um, yeah, and so after that jump scare, Bucky and Steve then narrowly escape the factory and make it back to the army base. And although Colonel Phillips is pissed, he respects Steve and lets it slide.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, because Steve pretty much went AWOL for a couple of days there,
Yes.
which is a if you've listened to our this Christmas episode, is a punishable offense up to like a couple of years in prison.
Yes.
Don't go AWOL.
Don't.
Don't go
Don't.
AWOL.
It'll be worse for you.
It'll be really bad. I'm sure they won't let it slide.
No.
I'm sure they won't unless you have like a high-ranking family member
Mm,
in the army. And so Colonel Phillips gives Steve his own like platoon, pretty much his own like base, his own like
mhm.
thing,
Mhm.
specifically to take down Hydra facilities because while Steve was at that Hydra facility, he found a map that had all of the other Hydra facilities on it, and he like remembered it.
I didn't know it enhanced his brain.
Right? Like, damn. Like,
Didn't know it gave him photographic memory.
give me a few drops of that serum.
Right.
Just, just one or
I'll
two. I don't
I'll
need
take
the
a shot.
strength. I just need the brain power.
I'll take a
Please.
shot of that.
I'll take a shot.
I'll take a shot.
Just,
And then I'll
just,
lay down in your little easy bake oven.
yeah. I'll leave that in the easy thing. I would love the titties though. I've been working on getting some good titties. I would love the titties.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Nice dude, a nice rack and a good brain?
Yeah, I don't even need the abs. I just want the boobs.
Yeah, I just want the rack.
I just
Yeah.
want the like
I'm good.
I have a little something here. I want more.
I need the definition.
Yeah, I need the ability to peck pop. I can't do that. I can kind of let's see,
Can you
a,
a little bit,
a
yeah.
little bit, but I need the like Dwayne Johnson pop 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 pop
Yeah,
pop.
he wants to make them dance.
Yeah,
That's a valuable pursuit.
it's a good skill that I want
Mhm.
to learn. Thank you. This has been my TED Talk. And so, yeah, Steve is given a vibranium shield, the only vibranium they have in the whole world,
Yep.
as far as we know. Um,
Mhm.
and they're able to take down multiple facilities, and Smith is pissed.
Oh, yeah.
And so, on one mission, they go into a suspected Hydra train, and it's like a trap. It's like I put a low key a trap, and I'll tell you why later.
Mhm.
It's low key a trap.
Okay.
So Steve and Bucky get separated and are able to fight off their assailants, but Bucky ends up getting blown out of the train and like falls down the mountain.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. King, maybe. And then
Maybe.
Zola is on the train. Zola is actually on the train. Like they went there to get Zola because they heard that he was going to be on the train. He's actually on the train.
He's actually there.
That's why I called it Loki a trap because like
Yeah.
yes, it was a trap, but like
But
also
he's there.
the thing they came here for is actually here.
That would
And
actually blow my mind if I was, like, on that mission. I'd be like, "No way.
wait, you're here?
You shouldn't be here."
You shouldn't be here. And so yeah, they capture Zola and they blackmail him into working with them.
Mhm.
They're like, "Well, Smith already thinks that you're working with us, so you might as well just work with us."
Right, like, at this
And
point.
he's like, "Sure, why not?" Worst mistake made in American history. the and so see, I already lost my place.
There we go. We predicted this, folks.
We
It's
did.
all
Here we
part of the
are.
plan.
Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Rewind. Whoop, 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 whoop. Meanwhile, Steve is like really sad because like his best friend in the world died and he's trying to get drunk, but
Oh,
like we all know he can't get
he
drunk.
can't.
Just feel like he didn't try hard enough.
He didn't.
He didn't. He was like drinking like a glass at a time of like bourbon or whatever, whiskey, whatever that was. And I'm like, take it to the head, Steve. Pick up
Right,
the bottle.
right. Be a
Drink like
big
a
boy.
be a big boy.
Grab the neck, or that, or grab some moonshine, find some absinthe, find
Some
something stronger.
Everclear. Get some
Oh
Everclear.
god, some Pink Whitney, some Everclear. You just chug it, boy.
Yeah, chug it. I can get you drunk, Steve. Come with
Yeah,
me, and
yeah.
you'll see a
Go
world
with
of imagination.
Jordan. Go with Jordan, or go with my cousin, or even his cousin too. Bring them both.
Bring all of us. We'll get
Bring
you
all of
there.
us. We know
We'll
how
get
to
you
do
there.
it.
We know how to do it. Yeah. And so Peggy tries to like comfort him, make him feel better.
Mm,
Colonel Phillips tells everyone how Smith is going to bomb every country, and I'm like, why? But
yeah.
he's going to.
Mm,
And that he now knows where the last base is because of Zola. So
mm.
Steve says that they need to go, and Steve launches the assault, but is captured and taken to Smith. This was obviously a part of the plan,
Yeah.
which, like, I don't understand why Smith didn't see that. Like, he really thought that Steve came by himself.
I mean I mean, at that point, I think he's way too far gone to think
Probably.
clearly.
Probably because like his whole plan doesn't make a lick of sense, but
No.
he's
He's
doing
he's
it.
literally out when he does the evil monologue, you're just sitting there like, "What?
Does this make sense to you?
What?"
It don't make
You're like
sense to me.
you're like, "Did you talk this out with someone? Because it
Yeah,
kinda sounds like you didn't."
write it down and read it back.
Right, right.
Right. Yeah,
I want you to plan it out for me,
yeah,
please.
yeah. And so yeah, um, some soldiers start to come in, and Steve goes after Smith. Smith is able to get into like an airship and arms the Tesseract. Colonel
Mhm.
Phillips and Agent Carter are able to drive Steve up to the plane after Agent Carter kisses him. Like they waste time kissing,
Yeah,
but movie. And then he
movie.
jumps onto the plane. Inside the ship, Steve finds what looks like kamikaze missiles. Like they're literally missiles that people go inside and fly themselves.
Mhm.
So I don't have a better word than kamikaze missiles.
I mean, cause that's what it is,
That's what it is.
technically.
Yeah. And so he fights off the people trying to get into them, and one person's able to like launch one. And so Steve jumps onto it, pulls the person out of it, and then just flies it back into the airspace.
Young Steve Rogers is unhinged.
And I would say that he got more unhinged as he got older.
Oh, no, for sure, for sure. But I feel like it's one of those like it's like one of those when you get new things, you just keep testing yourself, and that was him
Yeah,
just clearly testing. And that's
yeah.
why as he gets older, he gets more unhinged. But right then, I was like, "Girl,
Insanity.
do you know if you can survive this? I feel like you're
He
just
doesn't. He's
no."
just doing shit. He's like, yeah, this could work.
Honestly, what a male thing to do, if I can just say that real quick.
Yeah, very, very white male, but
Yeah.
not scared of anything but black people. That's just how it goes. I shouldn't say black people. All people of color.
Yeah.
All people of
Anyone slightly toasted.
yeah, anyone with a hint of melanin
Yeah,
just
gone.
scares the hell out of them. And so, yeah, Stephen Smith, also called Red Skull.
Now he's
Um,
Red Skull.
Now he's Red Skull. They fight, and during the fight, the Tesseract gets like dislodged from its like housing bank or whatever.
Mhm.
And when Smith goes to pick it up, it seemingly kills him. And the I said seemingly because spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the biggest movie of all time,
Right.
or one of the biggest movies of all time, because I think this was actually Infinity War.
Yeah.
Um, it didn't kill him. It
It
just
didn't
like
kill him.
turned him
Transported
in,
him.
it turned him into like a power stone. Was it the power stone? What stone was it?
Well,
It was one of the stones. It turned him into like the keeper
it
of one
wasn't
of
the
the
Power
stones.
Stone. It was the Soul Stone.
Soul stone. It turned him into like the keeper of the soul stone.
Yeah. So he's
So
dead-ish, but
he's
not really.
dead-ish, but not really.
Yeah.
Like he's dead, but also very much alive.
Very much alive because he still talks to people. He's
He
very
still
much
talks.
conscious.
Yeah. He also has like powers now that we won't
Yeah.
discuss.
Yeah. And all this knowledge about the Soul Stone.
Yeah. I guess he had nothing else to do, so
But also it's so funny because like the Tesseract is a different stone. It's not even the Soul Stone. So how did he
we don't even know at this point that it's a stone, so it doesn't really matter.
True. But like when you think about it all together, it just does not make sense.
It doesn't make sense, but whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, and so that happens, and then Steve gets Agent Carter on the line and tells her that he has to put down the airship because it's heading for New York. And so he tells her that he needs a rain check on their date, and she tells him a time and a place, and that she will teach him how to dance before he cuts out.
Yeah.
Um,
Tragic.
so yeah, the Allied forces win World War II. Everyone in Steve's platoon drinks to him, and the Tesseract is later found by Stark.
Yep.
because for some reason it like burned a hole in the airship, fell to the ground,
Oh, yeah.
and so they found it based off his radiation or whatever.
Hmm.
We then cut to Steve waking up in a hospital, but he's freaked
Oh,
out
yeah.
because the game playing like on the radio is one that he went to. So he's like,
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
they could do some better research.
I know. Like Shield is a full-on thing, and they didn't think to check that like they should play something a little after he went to sleep.
Yeah, insanity. And so he forces himself out of the building into a modern day New York City where he is cornered by cars and met by Nick Fury, who tells him that he's been asleep for almost 70 years. Okay, and then this is the part that I like texted Kelly about.
Yes.
So at the end of the credits, there is like a line that says Captain America will return in
Will
the
return.
Avengers. And then we pretty much get like a trailer for the first Avengers movie.
Yes.
That trailer made me feel so old.
Yeah. Yeah.
It made
Oh
me
my
feel
gosh.
incredibly old. I was
Yeah.
watching that and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
First off, when it
Like,
said like coming out May 2011, I was like, I saw this in theaters. Mm. I saw both of these movies in theaters, actually.
no, seriously. We were in high school.
I don't think we were in high school. I think we were in like middle school.
Oh no, wait, oh no, you're right. Yeah. It
Because
was
we did
2012,
it was
2013.
20, yeah.
High school. Okay. Yeah,
I
you're
think
right.
we were in middle school when these movies came out.
And how old are we now?
20, whoa, how old am I? 26? 26. I never know how old I am, to be
Me
quite
neither.
honest.
For some reason, when people ask me, like, for some reason, my brain always throws 24 at me. And then I have to be like, no, that's not right.
I always have to think a little bit. I'm always just like, how old am I?
Yeah. You're like, wait a minute.
Luckily, I have a sister who's like 10 years younger than me, so I can just always just like go to her age and then add
Mm,
10
mm.
until April hits, and then we're a little off.
Yeah.
We're a little off.
A little off.
But yeah, yeah, it made me feel old, and I can't
Yeah.
even tell you why it made me. It just made me feel old.
Like, I think because, like, putting a date on it makes it worse.
Yeah,
Because, like, we know it was a while ago, but we don't know, like, how far away it was until you see the date and you're like, excuse me?
yeah,
Because, like, it made me, like, nostalgic to see, like, younger Steve and, like, everybody at, like, their younger age. But seeing the 2011 part, it's like, what?
yeah.
Excuse me? This wasn't, like,
Also,
6 years ago?
also that was a horrible trailer. A
Yeah.
horrible trailer.
I mean, to be fair, it was, like, the first Avengers movie, so
And then to
they
think
didn't.
how far we've come since then is hilarious.
Mhm. No, seriously.
Like how many more MCU movies have come out since then? It's
Bruh.
been like 20.
Bruh.
Like it's insane.
I know
But
we go
yeah,
from that simple trailer to, like, Infinity War and Endgame where they were lying to us.
yeah,
Man.
we're on our what fourth Thor movie. I don't even think Thor had come out by had it? Maybe it had. I don't even know.
I think so. I think so. I
Had
think
it?
it was
Okay.
Iron Man, and then I think it was Thor, Captain America, Avengers.
You forgot Iron Man 2 somewhere in there. That's where we were introduced to
Iron
Black
Man?
Widow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know the timeline.
I
I
don't
used
either.
to. I had looked it up.
I think the timeline like release wise goes Incredible Hulk, Iron Man, maybe Thor, Iron Man 2, Captain America, and then Avengers. Don't quote me on that, but
Oh, okay. So it's Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, the Avengers.
I was kind of close. Cool. Love that
Yeah,
for me.
yeah,
Okay. But yeah. Are you ready for the movie facts?
yes.
First one. About 37 minutes into the movie, Peggy Carter, like, surprisingly touches Chris Evans' chest as he
Unscripted.
emerged from the pond. For the pod. Unscripted. She
Yep.
just, her body just made her do it.
My
And they kept,
mind's telling me no, but
but
my
you
body.
should not be singing that song, Kelly.
No.
Um, but
Sorry.
yeah, she was just very taken aback by his physique. And so
I
she did
mean,
that,
it's
which
drastic.
understandable.
Understandable. And
Like,
honestly, good for you, girl.
before this movie, people didn't have bodies like that.
No, they created
So,
that.
oh, I understand. Now, seemingly every movie, the guy looks like that. But
Mm-hmm.
back then, that was something to behold. It was a
Yeah.
marvel. Haha. Wink, wink.
Ah, ah.
Next movie fact. Chris Evans declined the role 3 times before accepting the part. Not out of dislike for the role, but because he feared that the effects of the sudden increase of fame would like ruin his private life. Then Robert Downey Jr. convinced him to take the part and thus gained the freedom to sign on any other role he'd want afterwards. And after that, he had a meeting with director Johnston, ooh, and the
Mm,
producers who convinced him to take the role. So yay.
that's
Very happy
dedication.
very happy that he took the role.
Yeah.
Chris Evans can't act, but he's good in this.
It fits for Steve.
It fits. He fits
It
for
fits
Steve.
it fits for Steve,
Yeah,
if
he's
I'm being
he's a
honest.
he's a good Captain America, a good Steve
Mhm.
Rogers.
Mhm.
Outside of the MCU, he's been struggling, and you want to know why? Because he can't act.
You're
But
like, I
that's
can tell you the
fine.
problem right now.
It's a part of his charm. He actually has like rom com acting abilities. He should be in rom coms.
I'd watch him in a rom-com.
I love What's Your Number? Great rom com. He should go back to doing that.
Can we
Yeah.
I know you're listening. Hi.
Hi.
Loved you in this movie. Can you sign a rom-com, please?
Yeah, please. And not that Ghosted movie you did with Anna de Armas, though. No. Like an actual rom com.
Yeah. Yeah, give me early 2000s rom-com,
Yeah.
please. That's all I'm asking. Thank you.
Go watch your movie with Anna Faris. What's Your Number? Redo that.
Yeah. Bring us that same magic. Thank you.
Rena's That's a magic. Thanks. Okay. Um Next movie fact. Hydra's futuristic aircraft takes their designs from actual World War II German concepts, such as the. I'm not even going to try to pronounce these. I'm so sorry.
Hmm.
I'm not. There's a fighter plane and there's a wing bomber. I'm not going to try to.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Okay.
going to. One of. Okay, I'm going to try the fighter plane.
Okay.
Try Bufluk Lahagen.
That
Lahager.
wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad.
Okay. Yeah, but
As
we're
some
done with that.
as someone who spent years learning how to do German, how to get all the dictation right, it's not you're not too bad. It's a lot
Mhm.
simpler than you think it is, if I'm being honest.
I have a good tongue for language. I have a good tongue. Hear that, ladies? Wink, wink. Um,
I'm out. Bye.
I'll cut that out.
Bye. I'm out. Bye.
Next movie fact. Chris Evans was paid $300,000 to play Steve Rogers. Yeah, pretty
Hmm.
low, but
But he makes it up in the other movies, if I'm
especially
being honest.
considering how many movies he's been in,
Yeah.
pretty low.
Yeah.
Like
But I mean,
he wasn't like an unknown actor. Like
yeah.
he'd been in stuff.
But I will say, if that was the fourth movie of the beginning of Marvel, that kind of makes sense. Because it's like
Yeah,
a new character.
yeah.
I kind of get it.
Yeah, I didn't know who Captain America was until this movie came out.
Yeah,
So
same.
yeah.
Same.
Okay. Next movie fact. This is Chris Evans's sixth comic book movie. He did Fantastic Four,
Oh.
Rise of the Silver Surfer,
Hmm.
Push, The Losers, and uh Scott Pilgrim versus the World and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2007. I think that one was animated.
Push is based on a comic?
I guess so.
Huh. Okay. Like the other ones make sense, but okay.
I don't know what The Losers is, but
Me,
apparently that
well, I've heard of the Losers, but
uh
I didn't know Push was based off the comic.
apparently
Huh.
it is.
Okay.
Uh but he's done six, which is so funny because like why was he hesitant to sign up to do this when he'd already done it so many times
Yeah. Maybe he didn't want to be typecast as a comic
as a comic
book
guy?
actor. Yeah, I don't know.
It'd been fine. Last movie fact. This is the final Paramount Pictures film produced with Marvel. Disney bought the rights to the Avengers and Iron Man 3. So by the
Hmm.
time by the time we got the Avengers the next year, it's actually 2012, not 2011. Um, Marvel was owned by Disney. So yay!
Okay.
Double-edged sword. Great, and also
Yeah.
it's not going so great right now. So, time for the question, Kelly. Is this movie iconic?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's iconic.
I also put
It's
yes.
the first of other Captain America movies, so it's iconic.
Captain America is the only MCU superhero trilogy that's good. All of the other ones have at least one bad movie. I would argue
Mm,
all of the Hulk movies are bad.
yeah.
Um, pretty much all of the Thor movies are bad.
I don't remember two, if I'm being
Don't
honest.
don't. That's the one with like the fairies or whatever.
I know I know it's I know what's her name, Jane gets like injected with one of the stones or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I know
It's a
she's
bad.
heavily involved in it,
It's
but
a bad movie, Kelly.
yeah.
Don't do it. All no, don't do it. Not all of the Iron Man movies are good. People have differences of opinions on which ones are good and which ones are bad. I personally like only one and three. Some people don't like three,
I
but
love
do
3.
but they do like two. So it's
I
debatable.
don't
Either
I
way, we
don't
can.
really remember 2, if I'm
That's
being
the
honest.
one with like that not Malaysian, maybe Malaysian.
All I
Mongolian? Is
remember
that what I'm
is
thinking of?
the
That guy with, like, the wired, like,
yeah, I
electric
was about to say,
sticky
I only
thingies?
remember the racetrack scene with the wire whips.
Yeah,
That's all I remember.
and then he makes his own, like, quote, unquote, Iron Man suits.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then, what's his name? Rhodey gets his
Ready.
own suit.
Mhm.
I personally don't like that movie, but I understand that some other people do.
Mm.
And then, yeah, that only leaves Captain America.
But yeah, the Captain America movies are good.
Captain America movies are good, especially the second one. That's the best one. But yeah, I also agree. Iconic movie. Really set the tone for the MCU.
Yeah.
Really great. Do you have any recommendations for this week, Kelly?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
So my first recommendation is Percy Jackson.
Damn it.
I knew that was gonna be on your list, so I had to get it out first. I'm surprised you didn't pull one of those things where you beat me the other week.
Okay.
By trying to recommend something.
I'll avenge myself later.
You will.
Don't you
But
worry.
yes, I love the Percy Jackson series. Grew up reading it. Love to see a more accurate version. It's great. Love it. Check it out. Um, my second recommendation, I think I've made this recommendation before, but I'm gonna make it again. Um, Agent Carter. The show. It's right after Captain America. It's got a lot of growth for her. Justice for Daniel Sousa, because I do not like what the brothers did in making Captain America go back to Peggy at the end of Endgame, which messes up with so many things, but they do not care. So justice for Daniel
Because
Sousa.
I don't think Agent Carter is canon, Kelly.
I know, but I want
Just
it to
like Agent,
be.
I feel like it's like in that weird realm with like Agents of Shield. Didn't they even have a crossover, like, or several crossovers actually?
I
Yeah,
think they only
I,
had one crossover, and that was near the end, and that was when Agents of Shield got really weird anyway.
actually, I don't think Daniel ever ended up with Peggy. Now that I think about it, because I did just rewatch Agents of Shield last year.
Shield.
I don't think he ever ended up with Peggy. So I think
Jordan,
you're either way, you're out of luck, Kelly.
Jordan, let me live.
Okay.
Let me live.
Just telling you now, Peggy never got that man. Peg.
Let me be Delulu about this.
Okay.
I don't care what Shield says. Like that TV show. I don't like how they made him with what's her name anyway. So
Mm, okay.
Daisy, right?
Daisy. Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
And my
That wasn't my favorite Daisy relationship either. So it's fine.
mm-mm,
I love that actor though. Love that man down. Ever since I watched, what is it, Dollhouse, love that man.
I love him. He's great.
I'm a ride for him anytime I see him in anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's a
Acting,
sweetheart.
he be acting down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And my last recommendation is "Confident" by Justin Bieber and Chance the Rapper.
Oh, I love that song.
It's a great song.
Oh, no, no. Oh, no, no. He's got
I
my...
literally can't get it out of my head, so
Okay.
y'all are gonna have to suffer with me.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I had to add a new one. Let me cross off Percy Jackson Olympians. Um, my first recommendation is an EP called Marking My Time by Elmian. I think that's how it's pronounced. It was a really good, like R&B, kind of like soul,
Mm.
um, EP. My favorite song on that EP was Someday. Great song. Everyone listened to
Mm.
it. Amazing. I fear he might be British. I fear he might be British. I can always kind of tell when I'm listening to British people sing. There's always one thing
There's
that's just
something about certain words that they say
yeah.
when they're
I fear
singing.
I fear he might be British. Which is fine, but like where's all the good American R&B artists? What's happening?
I
Is
guess it's
this
moved across the pond.
has R&B moved across the pond? First we have Flo. Now we have Elmian, if that's how you pronounce his name. What's happening? No, we need to bring R&B back to the States.
You've colonized enough Europe.
Yeah, we're
Let us
bringing
have R&B.
R&B is coming back to the state. Y'all can have pop. I don't care. I don't care.
Me
Bring
neither.
R&B back to the states. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ugh, so annoying. My next recommendation is What If season 2. Very good. Very
Yeah.
very good little stories.
Yeah.
I don't know if Kelly watched it yet.
I haven't finished it yet.
Kahari, is that how you pronounce? That was a good episode. Very good episode. The last episode also very good. A lot of good power usage.
Oh, okay.
A lot of good power usage. Really enjoyed season 2. I also enjoyed season 1, but I really enjoyed season 2.
Season one was really good.
And then my last recommendation is The Color Purple, the like new one.
Aw.
It was good. It was really good. Enjoyed the songs. Already knew the songs because I most of the songs. I already knew most of the songs because I already knew about the musical. But
Yeah.
there were a couple of new songs in there, I think.
Yeah, I heard about
So,
that.
so that was a nice surprise. I liked Hallie's song; it was really cute.
Angel
Apparently,
something, right?
no, it's like "Keep on Moving" or something like that.
I'll keep on moving.
Apparently, it's on the short list to get an Oscar. We might get our girl an Oscar,
Yeah.
which would be great because they snubbed her for The Little Mermaid. Ugh,
Losers.
not acting wise, but like The Little Mermaid
Song wise, yeah.
should be nominated for what's that song? For the First Time. Duh.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, that's it for me. So thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
We have some social medias that you should like follow us on. They
Yeah.
are Twitter and Instagram. They're both at SY2II Podcasts. Don't forget to send us your movie requests or your movie stories at our email, sy2yipodcast@gmail.com. Um, what was your first time like watching this movie? Did you watch it in theaters like I did? I don't know if Kelly watched this movie in theaters, but
I did.
she did. I distinctly remember watching it in theaters because it was one of the very few times I watched a movie in 3D.
Oh,
Yeah. I think in total there might be like 3 movies I've seen in 3D, and this was one of them. So
interesting.
I remember that distinctly. If I remember correctly, the only 3 movies I've ever seen in 3D are this movie, Avatar, like the original Avatar,
Hmm.
and um Spy Kids 4. But like
Yes.
we don't talk about that
We didn't talk
movie.
about that one.
We don't talk about that one. But yeah, let us know if you watched it. Did you watch it in 3D? Because this did come out at like the height of 3D.
That is
Um,
true.
were you in this movie? There was also a movie set that I forgot to put on here
Hmm.
that the girl who plays Peter Quill, is that his name? His
Yes.
mom. He plays the girl who asked Steve for an autograph. And so it's been retconned that that girl is Peter Quill's grandmother.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's deep lore.
that's deep lore. I forgot to add that. I thought I did add that to my movie facts. If you're that girl, tell us about that. How was
Yeah.
that? How was
Tell us
that?
about your experience.
Tell us about that. I really want to know. Don't forget to share us with your friends and your family. Subscribe to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and rate and review us on Apple Podcasts.
Thank you.
Thank you. Um, Again, Happy New Year's.
Happy
This
New
is
Year's.
you're gonna hear this much later, so I'm so sorry to say this, but I really hope you didn't clean your house on New Year's Day. That's a no.
Yeah.
Clean your house
Clean
before.
it before. Yeah.
Wash your clothes before.
Yeah.
I washed my clothes yesterday.
Yeah. I just need to do my bed sheets today and we're good.
I cleaned. I think I washed my bed sheets the day after Christmas, so I'm good. Um, I might clean them again. Who knows? Who knows? Um, I really hope you guys have a good New Year. Hope everyone, if you're a reservation, if you're a resolution person, I hope you're able to make yourself some realistic resolutions and you're able to keep
Yes.
them.
Yes.
I don't really do that
I'm not a
anymore.
resolution girly. Yeah.
I have like things that I want to do throughout the year, but like I wouldn't consider them resolutions.
Yeah, I think that's different.
Yeah, because like I won't be like down on myself if it doesn't happen.
Right.
Like I want to go on some trips this year. I might be
Yeah, I
able
don't
to
think
only.
that's a resolution.
It's not really a resolution, but yeah, that's about it for me. I just want to go on some trips. Oh, I also want to pay off some of my credit card debt. Like it's kind of getting bad. I've deleted the food apps off of my phone. I'm like, it's
Good for you.
I have food at home. I I need to stop spending money on DoorDash. So sure, if you want to consider that a resolution, I'm going to work on my credit card debt
We love that
and
for you.
hopefully pay off my student loans. Kelly, I looked at my student loans. Okay, I know I'm supposed to be ending this episode. I don't give a fuck. So I looked at my student loan thingy, and I pay like $51 a month, and I
Uh-huh.
have it on auto pay. And so like I just like went to my thing because like auto pay scares me sometimes. Like if you don't like email me and tell me that you got the thing, I don't know if you actually
Oh,
got
you
it.
don't. Yeah, for sure.
So I like periodically check. And so I went into like the account thing, looked at the like account history, looked at the loan history. Why is it telling me that I will pay off my loan in like 117 months? Do you know how long 117 months is?
Why is it taking you so long? What the heck?
I don't know. 117 months.
That's a long freaking time.
That is 9.75 years, Kelly.
Nah.
I only owe like 5,000 and something dollars.
Nah. Friend. That's way too long.
So I will be making extra payments to
Yes, you will.
lower this down as soon as I start getting some money into my account. I'm not going to really have that much money until January, to be quite
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
I took pretty much an entire week off.
I mean,
So
good for you though.
my next paycheck will be very low.
Yeah.
But I that's my quote unquote resolution, my quote unquote goal. I will be working on paying off all of my debt, my car note, my um student loans, my credit cards,
Yep.
and then as soon as I'm done with that, I'm pretty much just going to be going on vacations nonstop.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it for us. Thank you so much for listening. So
Thank
sorry.
you.
Um
We ramble a lot. Sorry.
yeah, all right. So everyone's getting sick again, so start wearing a mask again. Get your COVID
Mm.
shot.
Take care of yourself.
Um take care of yourself and stay iconic.
Stay iconic, y'all.
Bye.